Hey, Booze. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. 2 nights in a row. You guys are so lucky. And look at me. We're gonna go up North Michigan. So I'm dressed like a hick. So I hope you guys like it. Even though I do have my Colorado hat on. If you guys watched the live last night, I was all dolled up, looking pretty okay, if I do say so myself. So this is what you're getting tonight, just because I couldn't do anything with my hair. So we got a hat and we got a braid today, and I've got a flannel shirt on just because it's cold and it's rainy in Michigan tonight. But um, YouTube gives you a lot of really good pointers when you're a creator, like when you're kind of starting out, right? And it says within the first 30 seconds, I'm supposed to tell you guys what's going to happen so that you stay engaged. And I have to be very engaging. So you have to stay here for 30 seconds at least and pretend like you want to hear what I have to say. We're going to talk about the Hippie Tree up in northern Michigan, and not the northern peninsula, just the north part of the mitten. So look here, we'll be up here. That I don't know if you guys know what that means, but I'll talk more about it later. I've only got 30 seconds to tell you what this is about tonight. And then we're just gonna go and then we're gonna talk some crystals too. Since Ernie already brought it up. And I've always got she's really cold because she is not where she typically reside, and she's a girl. I feel like, well, she's pink, and not that I want to, I don't wanna put her in a gender, just because she's pink, that she's a girl, but she does ride in my bra, and it does make me it's a little less, creepy to think that guys riding, male crystals riding around there. Her name is Rose. Yes, and hi, Ernie. And you know what? I just realized that I have not been doing the last couple lives, and I don't know why, but I've been forgetting to say hi to Rabbit, and Rabbit hasn't been here, and she's probably really mad at me because I haven't said hi. So, hi, Rabbit. Um, I've been thinking about you, and I have a little surprise that I found for and it's just for you. So hopefully you tune in later on replay, because these things are so damn cute, and there's like 10 of them I want. Hi, Ruby. Oh, yeah, and everybody say hi to Rabbit, so maybe she'll come back. Hi, Total Eclipse. Oh, I have to tell you guys, so last night when I showed the picture of, the little foster puppies, that little tan little cutie patootie, and the little black one, well, he's a little cutie patootie. They're both little cutie, but that little tan one has my heart. Those are actually Clips's, little foster dogs. She had some really adorable, stinking cute kittens too, but those puppies right now are like, oh my god, I want to smell their stinky puppy breath. And oh, I just love puppies. I miss having one. I want one so badly, but then I remember all the stuff that they chew up, and all the messes that they make. But then again, I have cats who just for no good reason just decide they're going to puke all over my house. 3 mornings in a row I've gotten up and stepped in cat vomit, so go me. Hi, C. Smith, and welcome. And welcome to everyone that's lurking in the shadows or who's going to be watching us on replay. I hope you guys like my hick attire for the night. But yeah, I mean, I got all dialed up for you guys last night, so this is gonna be my off night. Yeah, it's pretty ratty tonight. So, and I stole this hat. This was my kid's hat, but then he got out of the hat phase, and now it's mine. So now I'm gonna wear it. And Clips, they're just those are the 2 cutest puppies, just like oh my god, I just want every time I see their little faces pop up there, they're just so adorable. Um, So yeah, we're gonna talk. So I've got special little plushies that popped up on my X feed because I guess since I like creepy stuff that X thought or Twitter, right? X Twitter thought that I would enjoy these, and I do, and I hope you guys like them too, because they're freaking adorable. I don't know if I would buy these for kids, but I do have a niece who is she's almost 5, 5 now. Is that really horrible that I mean, I know how old my kid is. Um, so, but, I think she's 5 now, but she would remind you of, like, a Wednesday Addams, and she loves all things creepy. Um She's a dinosaur girl, like, I bought her for Christmas, I don't was it last year or maybe the year before, I think it was. I bought her, like, instead of, those stick horses that they I mean, that used to be really exciting back in the day, like, it was the stick with the horse head on the end of it. Well, I found one that had a little dinosaur head on the end of it, and I got her that for Christmas, and it's so stinking cute because, she loved that thing so much. She fell asleep with it that night, and my sister-in-law sent me the photo of her, and she's, like, asleep uh with the dinosaur stick. It is so stinking cute, but she is my little spirit human. Like I love her. She reminds me so much of myself. I think I'm gonna get one of these little here, I'll just show the plushies. This is how we'll start out tonight, and then we're going to go ahead, Ernie, get ready. I know you got baby girl to get ready for bed, so you go knock that out. I'm just gonna I don't really have I mean, I said I had an agenda because that's what YouTube told me I have to do within the first 30 minutes is tell people that I've got something to do or that I want to do. Um, but I mean, I do. I did make a see. This is my. It's. I always usually I try to show you guys like my list. So there's not much there. I know OB's probably gonna go live at some point tonight. So I just figured maybe this is like a little pregame for OB, just because I'm I'm bored. It's rainy, it's cold. I don't really feel like going anywhere tonight. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of tired out. I'm still getting over the COVID. So I think I just want to chill out. And I thought, I was talking to Ernie quite a bit today, and I was like, I miss those old times where we just would kind of just all like sit in Discord and just talk and chat like in the voice chat. Hi Angie, welcome. Yeah, I miss those times where you could just kind of sit and, chat with your friends and there's no drama, none of the, all that BS that goes on everywhere else. We did talk about that. I do have to find somebody to have a beef with, but like a fun beef. But I don't want it to be with OB because she would probably make me cry because she is a comedian. So I don't want to beef with her, not even on a fun, lighthearted way, because she would probably still make me cry because I couldn't do it. But anybody else that wants to come have a fun little beef with me so that we can play off each other, I would love to do that. Please hit me up and let me know. But no real beefs because that'll just make me cry and we don't want that. Yeah, and see so Rona sucks. This hoe needs to stay out of my life. I thought I had like hi Megan. Welcome with all your eyes on your hi. um yeah, this I thought I had like a stomach bug or something like the week before last. I think it's all been Rona for like cuz I've been kind of down for like 2 weeks. So um I think the problem was that it kind of got I am hydrated. Well, my diet coke. But yeah, I've been doing the Gatorade. Water still makes me kind of want to but um yeah, and my spider, Megan, Laika she's doing fabulous. She's in the laundry room. She's folding some clothes for me tonight. I said if she was going to live here, she's got to pitch in. So, and with all those, she's got extra arms. So she's pretty good at, yeah, she's pretty good at folding clothes. So that's what her job is gonna be if she's gonna stick around, but she, like, just kinda sits up on the shelf and stares at me, and I figured that's fine, you know? And clips, yeah, I hope this means that I actually, um I can't complain too much about the Rona because, I mean, there are people that got really sick and right, like, unfortunately didn't survive, and no matter what your beliefs are on all of that, like, um, I think if I got the vaccines every time one was available and my insurance paid for it, I got the vaccine. As long as I didn't have to pay for it out of pocket, I just went ahead and got it. Um, and I do that with the flu shot every year too, so COVID didn't seem any different to me, so I just got it. Um, but I do have a weird type of asthma, so it doesn't take a whole lot for me to get like a like a bronchitis, and it goes to pneumonia, like, really fast. So, I can't play around with anything like the flu and COVID, but I can't imagine what would have happened to me if I didn't get the vaccines like I did because shit, I might be one of those dead people. I probably would have ended up on a ventilator. I just know how I mean, I had pneumonia once and I kinda wish I died. So, that was some I mean, you can still hear, like, the nasty in my throat. I'll try to keep any, like, phlegm from, like, getting too close to the mic, but I'll maybe I should sit back here a little bit, but yeah. Um but hopefully that means yeah, clips. Hopefully for the rest of the season, if I had the flu before I had the COVID or if I had them both at the same I know I had COVID, hopefully that means I'm good now because 'cause I've got it. I've knocked it out in October, we're good, but who the hell knows? I mean, something else, some other cootie my kid's gonna bring home some kind of flesh-eating bacteria or something, and the next time I come on here, like, my face is gonna be falling off or I mean, I'll still come on, I don't care, but I'll still be here. But yeah, when there's kids, right, they come home from school, they're just dirty. They're like little petri dishes of just, like, brewing all kinds of nasty stuff. Yeah. And Megan, I never thought I would be happy to have a spider in my house, but I did actually read up on wolf spiders. They eat all kinds of bugs, and I don't like bugs in my house. Like, I don't think they eat stink bugs. Those are the ones that I don't know if you guys know what those are. We had a lot of them in Colorado, and we have a lot of them here in Michigan. I don't know what other states who else has them. I need a drink of my Diet Coke. I don't know if anybody else gets the stink bugs like we do, but they're nasty. And when they say they're stink bugs because they do stink. Like my cats have tried to eat them, and they must taste horrible too because my cats won't even eat them. They won't go near them anymore. They used to like even just play with them on the floor, but yeah. Um so but we get a lot of trying to think. I mean, just like bugs that I just don't want them in my house. So, um, I named the spider. Did I showed a photo of her last night, and I named her Laika. I'm gonna assume she's a female. I just like I did my crystal, right? We're all girls here. So, um, and hopefully she does her job and eats some of the bugs and especially flies. I mean, I live on a farm. It doesn't matter how uh Uh-oh. Where'd your chat go? But uh-oh. Yeah, the stank bugs. That's probably a better way. I mean, those little suckers, I've taken picture frames off the wall and the whole backside will just be stink bugs. Ugh. Oh my god. They're so they look like little camouflage. They look like a tiny little leaf almost, but uh I I don't know how to explain. I could probably find a photo of them online, but yeah, don't step on them. Don't kill them because they do stink. Uh, I've tried everything online that they've said to get rid of them, and I don't think anything eats them. So there's not a predator for them. I think that's why they just go insane. And I don't know why I'm talking about stink bugs, but just that they're gross, right? Um, Let me see what you guys got. I saw a couple asthma comments here real quick here. Um, yeah, with the you just have to be I mean, I was, so that pneumonia shot that they tell you to get after you're 50, I've been getting that since I was 25. Um, yeah, so I've been getting that because I am at hi just with the type of asthma I have, it's, eosinophilic. Let me try that one more time. Eosinophilic asthma. So it's, when my I'm gonna try to uh when your allergies really get out of control, it will make your eosinophils, which are one of your white blood cells, it makes them really, really, really go up high. And you release a lot of histamines. And then, like with me, it's just in my lungs, so it's just asthma. And I do have lupus, so it probably is, what do they call it? Like sister diseases, or it's probably, right? Like they go kind of hand in hand, or one spawns off the other. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, so I have to be really you have to be kind of really careful with that stuff. So I would suggest if you have problems with asthma, it's probably not a bad idea to make sure you get your flu shot this year. Just seeing how nasty I felt, even I haven't had my vaccines yet this year because it was only October. I thought I had a little time yet. But get out there. And I know, gosh, like I wait, like this stuff has to I think um my insurance does pay for like what is I trying to think the vaccine that they give you for pneumonia. What is that I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, that one, my insurance covers that, and I don't think that one's every year. I think it's every couple years or something like that. I can't remember right offhand, but um, let's see what else you guys got. Hey, do geckos eat stink bugs? Because I get a gecko. They're pretty cute. I just see gecko. And yeah, that's see Smith, maybe you have the same type of see, I was treated Hi Tish, welcome. Yeah, thanks for the vaccine. I am doing friendly service reminders. I'm your friendly neighborhood what diseased girl. Will tell you please go get it. If your insurance pays for your coat, just get it. Do it. See, listen to this crap in my throat. It's just not going away. But is it pneumococcal? Yeah, it's pneumococcal pneumonia, I think, right? I'm gonna shut my I've got too many things going off on my phone. So and I'm soup boop. There it is. All done. Um So I was always told I just had asthma, right? And they tried I don't know how many different medications like I tried, and I always ended up in the emergency room like 2, 3, 4 times a year. It never failed. And I would always get like a really bad case of bronchitis every single year. And no matter how controlled they thought I was, and I finally it took me till I was, what was it? It wasn't very long after I had my son, so I think I was, early 30s, and my I went to asthma specialist and an allergy specialist where they test, they do all the testing. They did the skin tests and like the whole 9 yards, right? And he happened to look at when you go into the emergency room, a lot of times, they do your blood work to see if you got an infection. And he started going through and he noticed that my eosinophils, every time I went into the ER with a severe asthma attack, that my eosinophils were just like off the charts elevated. I mean, we're not talking like slightly elevated, but they were like way off. And why? That was never like I remember doctors being like, "Oh, that just means it's just your allergies, right?" But as my asthma allergist doctor said, he's like, "No, you should never have if one of your white blood cells counts is that high, uh that's that should be something to you should be getting that looked at, not that, 'Oh, you have allergies, that's okay.'" So maybe I would have been, doing a whole lot better, a whole lot sooner in my life if, maybe somebody had caught that maybe like 10, 15 years earlier. So but I've been on the Fasenra. I don't know if you guys have seen the commercials for that on TV, but that stuff is amazing. I have to it's a shot that I give myself every other month. It comes in its own little insulated, um, box, comes FedEx to me. I think it comes just overnight from the company and it shows up and I let it warm up for a few minutes, like 15, 20 minutes outside of the box and pop it into, I just you do just like if you were diabetic and you go to give yourself an insulin injection, it's similar. It's this, I mean, tiny, tiny needle. Little boop, it doesn't hurt, at all, except for the last time I must have hit a little surface blood vessel, and I had a huge bruise there, but I just told people, I got punched, but nobody's gonna see it anyway. But yeah, the Fasenra, that has, like, completely changed my life. I barely use my inhaler. I've had to use it this week because of COVID, just to keep my airways open, but I think I use that, like, on a regular basis. I think I only use that darn thing, like, maybe once or twice a month, and that's usually, like, if I'm out in the barn and there's a lot of hay, like, if I'm out there cleaning, moving manure or something like that around with the tractor, like, the dust and dirt stirs it up, but I mean, that's kinda normal. That doesn't bother me, so it's not necessarily like my allergies that are stirring anything up, it's just, like, environmental stuff, but I if you guys think you have that type of asthma, like, get it checked out and ask about the Fasenra because that is, like I actually think I didn't realize that, like, if you get pneumonia and you have, reoccurring bronchitis, and it actually leaves, like, scar tissue in your lungs, or at least that's what my doctor told me. If that's true, that kinda freaked me out a little bit when they told me that, which can lead you to always having breathing issues, like, especially later in life, and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not to that point in my life yet where I wanna be pushing around like an oxygen tank or carrying one around with me. I'm not there yet, not quite there. So, I have to say that it really does feel like it's kind of it's supposed to help, I don't wanna say rebuild tissue, but whatever it's doing, it's making me able to breathe a lot better, so yeah. Yeah, yeah, Tish, I mean, I didn't die, obviously. I'm here. I'm alive now, but man, there was a couple days there, I looked in the mirror and I was pretty sure I crawled out of the grave. So, hi, Mia. Welcome. I don't know how this is how we get derailed. I get derailed. It's not you guys, it's me. Just drinking so much Diet Coke, but I can't taste anything, like, I can't smell anything, I can't everything tastes like ugh. So, yeah, I just want Diet Coke because water tastes gross. I do have some lemonade here, but even that kinda tastes really off, so but, Mia, you're just in time. Well, actually, wait, I was gonna talk about the plushies, right? You guys have to see these. I found these and I thought of Rabbit. So hopefully Rabbit is, she's lurking or she will come and watch on replay. Um, Mia, are you still see, I've heard a lot of people that have had the COVID that say that they've had issues with that. With, like, vertigo. I don't know, is it, like, something like inner ear or, uh I've had a ringing in my ear though too for, like, probably, like, the last week or 2. Um, so it kind of all coincided at the same time. I didn't even realize I couldn't smell anything, um, until, like, the weekend, and we went up to Traverse City, which I'm gonna show you guys some photos from when we went up there, and I we went to my favorite little brewery up there. It's called Left Foot Charlie's, and they make this, cider that's called Cinnamon Girl, which I love, and it's got a little red head, right? Is there so I love it. It's very yummy. I brought a couple bottles home because I had some there and I realized I'm like, "Something is wrong." Like, it has a very flavor like, you taste the cinnamon in it. It's really good. Not overpowering, but you should taste it, and I'm sitting there like, "Something's I think I'm really sick." Like, I think I'm getting really sick, and, yeah, after that, I was pretty darn sure that and I felt really bad because here I'd been out around all kinds of people, and God only knows what I gave some people. Hopefully, none of them die. Because I mean, if they need somebody to help dig a hole, I got the tractor, I know how to do it. I still hope I didn't kill anybody. I kinda feel really bad about that because, right, I should have been wearing a mask, I shouldn't have been out. If I known, I wouldn't have, but, um, yeah, so it's it's been fun. It's been a week, and yeah, I have horses, I actually don't mind animal smells. I I don't know if it's just because I've grown up on a farm. My whole life, I've been around horses, dairy farm, chickens. I've been around all of it since I was a little kid. So nothing ever. But right, my name is Tombstones. So um, I shouldn't feel too bad, right? Like if I infected anybody. Typhoid Mary over here. Or what was I say? I think I was calling myself COVID Connie. Um, but I could think of a better name than that. It'll take me a little bit of what a time, but yeah. Um, so vaping we see, I would think that vaping would aggravate asthma. Like I can't smoke. I just do gummies. That's how I get my medicinal herbs. I just get the I get gummies because I always felt really left out, like, as a kid, because not as a kid, um, as a young adult, I should say, which feels like a kid at this point, but, yeah, like, everybody's, like, smoking, and I'm just like, can't do that, I'll probably die." Like, I love to run, but I could only do short distances but I wanted to run, like, cross country, but I couldn't even I get, like, halfway around the track and all of a sudden, like, it it's time to stop running. So uh-oh, I gotta hang on. Alright, got a little of that junk out of my throat there. Sorry, guys. So maybe I'll try maybe I don't know. I'll stick with the gummies. I'm pretty happy with them. But, um, see, I'm not crying. That was just a tickle in my throat. Maybe I do need a little since we're talking about it, maybe I'll just hit my inhaler real quick. Which still made me yeah, that still made me cough. I'll give it a second. Alright. If I start sounding really gross, guys, just, like, I don't know, put, like, a little vomit emoji or something, and then I'll know to, like, mute myself and cough up a loogie. So but, yeah, I'm still getting a little short of breath too, Mia, so I think that's, uh Uh, part I just yeah, the last time I think I got it last winter no, I guess it's been 2 winters. Not last winter, the winter before, I had COVID too, and I just stayed in bed for a week because every time I got up, I couldn't breathe, like, it just took so much willpower just to get from the bed to the bathroom, like, it just oh, my lungs hurt and everything, and I was on steroids and antibiotics for that too, because I just can't get over lung stuff. If it gets me, yeah. And Mia, this is coming. This the 10th is coming up. And do you know what does that fall on? I have to look at my because I know in Michigan and probably I'm gonna say anywhere around the Great Lakes, probably even in Canada. So if I any of my Canadian uh booze, if you're listening, you're probably gonna you might hear this too, especially if you're, like, in the Great Lakes region of Canada. Um, let's see what the 10th falls on. You're gonna hear the song. Oh, it falls on a Monday. Maybe you know what? I'll do a little thing. I'm gonna do a little thing. I can't play the song, though, which really sucks because Mia, you're gonna be in Detroit, you're gonna hear the song because I know for sure It's never this is never indeed no, it's actually better than it was. So, you're definitely gonna hear if you listen to the radio on November 10th, you're gonna hear Gordon Lightfoot singing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and this is a big year because it is 50 years since she sank. Um, I don't know if there's a memorial in Detroit. I've been up to the National Shipwreck Museum. I don't know, maybe it's not national, but it's up at here, I can pull it up real quick. I mean, I don't have anything I was gonna talk about the Hippie Tree, but let me look at, I have photos of it, but it'd probably take me way too long. What's that lighthouse up there? Maybe I'll just type in Edmund Fitzgerald here. Which look at that, it just popped right up for me. Let's see. I want to they have a shipwreck museum, Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum, and it is up it's, right here it is. Whitefish Point, which is now this is the Northern Peninsula. Yep, and they've got a huge thing going on up there, for the 50th anniversary too, so let me I need photos though. Oh, yeah, look at this. Um, let me share this with you guys here. But I'll put together a little something, for it, but so I've been up to this lighthouse a couple t why is it not letting me? Maybe it doesn't want me to share it. Okay, hang on. I guess I gotta stop something and then share again. StreamYard. I'm just gonna blame it's always gonna be StreamYard's fault because it's never mine. Alright, here we go. See if that works. Alright. So, now I've gotta put it up on the screen, but it's not showing, so what's going on? There. So, it's called the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum. This is in So Michigan has 2 I'm gonna do this, you guys. Please don't make fun of me. No, go ahead, I don't care. We're used to it in Michigan. So when we in Michigan, when we want to tell you where we live, it's in the lower peninsula. That's the one that looks like the mitten, right? Or like a hand like this. So I live like way down here. So that's where I live. I am like Chicago is right over here. See, it works really well. This is a map. This is a map. And like Detroit is over here. So this is where Mia will be on the 10th. So she is going to get to hear Gordon Lightfoot on the radio if she tunes in. And I've already did I I'll put the song in the Discord and we'll play it. I'll put it in the main feed. I won't even just leave it in the music channel. I will put it in the main feed. And God, I wish I could play it though, because it's an iconic song. It really is. It's really cool. But so when you're in Michigan, this is the lower peninsula, is the little mitten, right? This is the north part of Michigan, is kind of everything from the halfway point up is the northern part of Michigan. But then you have the upper peninsula that's up here. This is getting hard. Um, so then you have the upper peninsula. And this is when we say up north, it could be this or it could be up here. So it can be a little confusing. But so the Shipwreck Museum is in the northern peninsula, and it is actually all the way up on the tippy top up here. And so that's where this is, because that is the section that is along Lake Superior, which is our deepest, coldest lake of the Great Lakes. It's the biggest by volume, I think, right? Lake Michigan comes in right after it, but that is where the Edmund Fitzgerald sank during uh, freak. What do they call the gales of November? And yeah, I could. You know what? I'll probably you can read the song like it was like like a poem, right? So maybe I'll do that. I did just flip you off. I'm sorry, but I still love you guys. But yeah, and Mia, so I was just up in Traverse City. So yeah, I've got the Hippie Tree to show you guys. But yeah, I will make something I'll put something together for the 10th and we'll talk about the Edmund Fitzgerald. But I've been in the Shipwreck Museum, and if you guys ever get a chance to go up there, it is really cool. They have the bell that they actually brought up from the shipwreck. And I guess if I do a little episode on that, I'll talk about it more. But this was actually down at the bottom of Lake Superior. The wreck is still down there. It's considered a mass grave. You're not allowed to dive on it or take any artifacts from it. It's a protected site, so you're not. But this was, I believe they had to ask the family. Like I think they asked them if it was okay for them to bring the bell up, and I think it was um, something that all the families agreed on, that they wanted to bring the bell up. So yeah, and it is remarkably well preserved down there because yeah, and Lake Superior, it said she never gives up her dead. So they're all still down there. So like that's what I said. It's a mass grave. So that's why they don't want anybody diving down there, because there probably is yeah, it's really crazy. And yeah, that's Whitefish Point right up there. And yeah, Angie had yep, Whitefish. And I mean, it's a really cool lighthouse up there too. They've got what's really I'll find my photos. Right on the beach, like you have the lighthouse. It's a little ways off the beach, right? So you walk out there, they have these little they almost look like tombstones. is probably why I was like, I noticed them right away. Like, I actually thought they were, like, headstones. Like, I thought somebody was buried on the beach, and I'm like, "Damn, that's where I wanna go." I'm like, that's beautiful," right? And, they're they had cut them out, and they have a photo. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, and the families of the sailors, so each one has a photo of one of the sailors, and I think it's 3 or 4 of them, and I like that. Yeah, you wanna talk about goosebumps, and I don't know why, um, shipwrecks and such, like, they fascinate me too, C. Smith. I just, whether it's on the ocean, but having the Great Lakes here, right? Like, everybody thinks, like, "Oh, it's a lake." But no, these lakes they can be killer, especially Superior. I mean, like I said, you're going down there, you're probably not gonna come back up. Um, and yeah, once you go down, I mean, I'll get more information. I know how deep it is, but I can't remember, um but there are some beautiful lighthouses all up along the lake shores, up along Lake Superior, even over on the Lake Huron side. There's just beautiful, iconic lighthouses. I think Michigan, I think we have the most still standing lighthouses. So there are a few that might not make it if we don't take care of them. There's like a shoal light. I would love to just do a bunch of stuff on some of these lighthouses, and we definitely have some haunted ones. But yeah, they are. Yeah, me, yep. See, the bodies are too. So, um, let's see. I could play. You know what? I can if that's on Netflix, I can throw that into our theater. I can put it on a just put it on in the Discord, and then anybody wants to watch it, and then we can talk about it. I just I don't know that song. I There's a lot of old music that I don't understand, but that is one that, like, as soon as it comes on, you're like like, I don't know if maybe it's just a Michigan thing or, like, a Great Lakes thing, right? Like, that song comes on and you just instantly like, you didn't even have to be alive during that time when the ship went down, but you're instantly I don't know how to explain it. It's just it kinda yeah, and it is more when I listen to it because he's not, uh it's more like a poem than a song really, so maybe I'll read it out loud. Um, well, hey, Tish, if you play it on the ukulele, um, I'll sing it. Or I could do a dramatic reading 'cause, I don't even know if by the 10th I'm gonna have I'm not a good singer anyway, but yeah. But we can do a collaboration, in honor of the 50th, anniversary. We can do a ballad. I don't know if anybody wants me to be singing, but yeah, I'll get some interesting stuff together 'cause, especially if you guys like the shipwreck stuff, I'm all for that. I mean, there's ghosts, right? Like, I think I talked about a couple ghost ships and stuff, but, like, I'm just getting started, so I'm gonna be probably a little all over for a while until I figure out, like, a good format, what everybody wants to hear, but I definitely want to dive more into, especially, like, there's so many ships that have gone down just in Lake Michigan alone that they still report seeing these ships, um, out on the water, like, they're like the ghost ship sightings, and it's so crazy. I don't know why. I'm so fascinated with it. Maybe it's just because I've grown up here my whole life, but, um And the cool thing, like, Seasmith, so on Lake Michigan, we on the Chicago side, on the Illinois side, there's, Lake Forest is a Navy training station. Uh, one of an ex-boyfriend of mine actually trained there, he was in the Navy, and I thought it was really odd that he trained he's like, "Yeah, I was stationed north of Chicago," and I'm like, "What? For the Navy?" But they actually train out on the Great Lakes too for, like, search and rescue, and yeah, we have the Coast Guard, the town just north of, us is Coast Guard City, and they have the Coast Guard Fest every year, so it's I mean, it's, yeah, there's a it's a good I mean, it's a good place for them to train and water and then probably not have, like, such a huge ocean, but, I mean, Lake Michigan is pretty big. They're always out there. We've had, like I talked about the missing, the flight that the plane that went down in Lake Michigan in the '50s, and I mean, every summer out on the Great Lakes, there's so many boats. If you guys know Clive Cussler, who writes a lot of, my grandma reads him. I haven't really read him, but he's like, I think it's like treasure hunting and shipwrecks and that sort of thing, if I'm not mistaken. But he's actually been in my hometown. Like I've seen him and didn't even know really what his significance was until somebody said, "Oh, he's that author," and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that." My grandma is I told she's I'm the reason she's the reason I read. That's I mean, that's how I got into everything that I read, like, she read Agatha Christie when I was a kid, I always re she always had, like, a murder mystery book, and I'm gonna blame her for my morbid curiosity into all things, true crime, even though she doesn't really get into the true crime, I think she more likes the fictional, where I get back into the, I wanna get into the real stuff, but, so I don't like the fictional stuff as much like she does, but I still love a good Agatha Christie movie. When they come on, like a good adaptation, I'm all over it. I'll watch it. Like I just remember and I have all her she gave me like all her paperbacks. My granny's still alive. She's like 92. So she's still but she's given me like a bunch of her books and such like that. But when she gave me her Agatha Christie's, I was like, I'm your favorite. I know I am. We might be related. Um, I have a whole lot of family that came from Massachusetts, so, like, a whole lot. Uh, that's actually my, for my Daughters of the American Revolution 2, I just got approved for my 2nd Patriot just got approved, so I now have 2. I have my original that you first get in on, um, and he's my favorite because 'cause he's got the best name. His name was Hezekiah, and I'm telling you what, if I could go back and rename Little Drummer Boy, he'd be he'd fricking hate me. 'Cause I found that name and I'm like, "Oh my god, why don't people name their kids like Hezekiah anymore? This is so freaking cool." But yeah, I just got my 2nd Patriot, like, it only took 2 years s for it to come through, but, they both served, Massachusetts during the American Revolution, so that's where they all are, I have the Pilgrims, and then I have a lot of ancestors that came in through Salem. So if you have any of them, Tish, we are definitely related. Cousin Pat that pops in here, we're both Pilgrim descendants, so from the same Pilgrim. But I think I have 4 that I'm descended from, which I think they said something like 1/3 of Americans can trace their roots back to at least one Pilgrim. So uh, but let's see. Oh, you have a first? I have a bunch of Stephen King, not I don't have any first editions though. Um, Yeah, God, I love I'll be really nice to you, Tish. Yeah, and that's the other thing, I had a friend that her parents didn't care what she read, and she let me read like, I was 10 years old, and I was reading Stephen King. I read It when I was 11, and I'm telling you, after that, I did not like clowns anymore. Salem's Lot is my favorite. That I love The Shining, but I loved Doctor Sleep. If you wanna talk, like, n the newer books that like, that was a really good I really got into Doctor Sleep, and I did like the movie quite a bit too. But I still wish they would go back and I think is it Stephen King, didn't he say he wished he could go back and, um, redo The Shining, like, the movie again? Because they didn't end it right. Right? Because the movie ended differently than the book. See, now I'm no, oh, I shouldn't have said that because now I'm probably gonna look stupid because now I can't remember, but I think they ended different because in the see, I don't wanna give it away. I better not because somebody's gonna get mad at me if I spoil it. Um, uh, oh, Tish, do you wanna be a mod too? Hang on. Everybody that came in last night, got to be a moderator, but hang I just figured why not? Uh, we're not you guys don't have to do anything special if you don't want to. The only thing I have to say though is that Stevie is top mod at least for a few weeks because he did good. He showed me how to play movies from Netflix in the Discord. So right now Stevie can do no wrong. So if you have a problem with Stevie, um check with Megan. Maybe she can get a lawsuit for you or something, but I'm not gonna do anything about it until, one of you other ones do something really cool, and then you can be my top mod. But it's just Stevie for right now. And he did go a little power crazy. He started deleting comments, of Femi's, so but I think he earned it, Mia. I think he did. He proved himself to be a good boy. Sometimes, he can be a little bit of a wild card, but he has proven to be very valuable. So, um, and Mia knows, right? Like we tried so hard. I think it was the Karen Reed documentary. What was it? The Blood in the Snow or whatever the heck it was. We were all wanting to sit in Discord and watch that together. I think that's been a year. And we tried everything, like, God, it was just bonkers, and it was so easy. When he showed me, like, he just did screenshots, and I went and did what he said, and it worked. So, yeah. Who had the grandfather with the Oh, are you really C. Smith? Oh, I gotta go back here. Oh, that is about the coolest damn thing ever, right there. I'm gonna fangirl on you because that is really cool. Um, I've been on the USS Constitution. I did do the little tour that they have because I like old ships too. So, I think in a past life, which, I do okay, I do believe in it. I'm just gonna say that. You guys can think I'm weird. I don't know about see, I like always get weird about reincarnation, but I have a weird fascination with certain things that I have no freaking clue why. Like, why am I obsessed with like boats and ships and I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe I was a sailor in a I have a huge fear of drowning. So maybe my ship went down or something. I don't know. I always try to, but um yeah, that C Smith, that is so freaking cool though. Oh my god, you should be in the DAR. You should be a daughter of the American Revolution. Mia's getting her stuff together too. She needs to get hustling. They will get your first time application through pretty quick. Like if you're a first timer, they're a lot quicker. Every they call them supplementals. So like if you want to get more patriots, so you have to submit an application for each one of them. It took 2 years for mine, and I'm gonna tell you how easy mine was. Maybe I'll do a whole episode on that. Um, my first Patriot, uh, wasn't that hard either, because I already had a cousin who I linked with, like, let's see, she went back almost to the 6th generation, which is pretty darn good. So I only had to prove to my great grandmother down, which is so much easier than having to go from you all the way back to your patriot. So that was relatively easy. But for my supplemental, this was the father of that patriot, and he was already proven. The son was already proven to be his son. So it's all there. All they really had to do was just make sure the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted, right? Like that was the biggest part of the application, and it still took 2 years. But happy to say, as of my last DAR meeting last month, John Tiffany is now I can officially go buy my little pen and oh, Tish, you too. Yeah, the dues, they're not that they're not that bad. Like this year, I think it depends to like when I was in Colorado, it was like $150. Um, and then when I came to Michigan and I transferred chapters, get something to drink here. My dues are only $85 now. So, that's a huge difference. So I don't know because it was a Colorado Springs chapter. I don't know if they probably have different like they always have like a different like the president general of DAR, you have to give like right like they contribute like $2.50 towards whatever projects she's got going on. And then they'll have other maybe the um other programs and things that maybe they have you chip in towards on your dues. But yeah, it is every year, which it can be. I mean, this year I was a month late paying mine because I was like, whew, the start of school, marching band season all took effect. And yeah, it was a crazy year, but, usually like my chapter, I love these ladies. They're the sweetest. I just love them all. I just wanna take all of them home. But yeah, look and see what like and look around at different find a chapter that you fit. Like I liked the ladies at the first chapter when I first came into the DAR. I really liked them. They were very nice. But I didn't really I didn't get them. They're not all 90. I am one of the younger ones. They make me feel really freaking spry though. Like they're all like, "You're so young," and I'm like, "Ooh, thank you." but, but they're so cute. I mean, there are some that are in the 90s. There's the 80-year-olds. Most of them are. I'm gonna say like right around 60ish, but um they are. I like the chapter that I'm in now. So if you I would suggest like go to the different chat like go to a couple meetings here and there. They'll let you just come and check them out. Most of them are very open. Like we've had people come and, just come check us out for the day and, for a meeting or whatever and hang out. So, um and I think I like the chapter that I'm in now because there are several that are right about my age. So we all, and a few of us have kids still in school. So that makes a huge difference. When you're talking with kids versus talking to people with grandkids, it's a little harder, right? So I felt like that in my first chapter, like everybody was grandmas. And I was just like, yeah, got a kid in 1st grade. So it was a little weird then. Maybe that's probably why I like my chapter now, but they are really sweet, just the sweetest ladies. I just love them to death. But yeah, they're, and I hate to say that, Angie, I had a great grandpa that served with the Confederacy. I the Yeah, I mean, it it's something that happened. I can't um, he did a lot of I never understood it. This was a grandfather that he actually, the family never owned any slaves, so I don't understand, they were educated but poor. He had gone to college, which was kind of odd for back in those times, right? Pre-Civil War. But he was educated. He taught at black schools. Like he went to and preached because he was also a part-time preacher. I think he did a little bit of this this grandfather did a little bit of everything. Um, so I'm not really sure why his values all his brothers were on the Union side. So I'm not um not really sure what him got him on the in the Confederacy, but that's where he was, and I guess it's a good thing because that's how he met the great wait 3 time 2 whatever it is from Virginia. So, and I think that's I think it was more of not so I don't know, maybe more of a I'm I can't find the words for it, but um yeah, cuz like I said, I I don't think he was cuz like they always yeah, I don't want to get into the racism and stuff. But um and I'm not laughing at racism, I'm just saying that cuz it's an icebreaker. It gets heavy, right? Like when I think we started talking about this before and I got really uncomfortable because I don't know how much you can say, right? Um but yeah, fortunately, I wouldn't be here if he hadn't been in the Confederacy because he wouldn't have met that grandmother, because she was living actually where she was living in Virginia at the time, 2 major battles went right through her vegetable garden, and, I'm pretty sure I take after her. She was, very spicy. She liked to, um she liked to swear, which so I guess she wasn't that much of a a Southern belle or a refined lady. Um, she had a mouth on her, um, which is what I get told a lot too. So I think I'm probably a lot more like her. So thank God he did because otherwise I wouldn't be here. But don't forget the past. We have to learn from our mistakes. It's something that happened and something that we need to learn from. And like I've tried to learn from it. I tried to figure out like, well, what the heck? Why did he join? Like he actually was living in Ohio at the time and left Ohio and went to Virginia and then back to Virginia and enlisted. So it's so I mean, I wish I could pick this guy's brain because he was a wild one too. Um, which explains a whole lot. um, I could probably write a book on this guy, and I don't know why somebody hasn't already in my family. Maybe they're just waiting for me to do it. But yeah. Um, let's see. Great grandpa Mia has a great grandpa was in the Union and a grandpa served in World War One. Yeah, I have I just I don't know what I like. I love military history. Uh I like ch going back and finding, I actually have a 3-ring binder with all the veterans that I have found in my family, so not just the Revolutionary War, but, like, every single conflict. I got bored one winter and I did that, and I'm not really sure why I did that. I'm proud of them. That's why I did that. I'm proud of them. They made sacrifices. Most of my veterans all came back. I think we only had one cousin, which is actually an episode that I'm going to do because it's a DNA. It'll be a DNA related episode, but it was I don't know if you guys have ever heard about in the Philippines, the day after Pearl Harbor, the Philippines were bombed and we had our um Air Force was the Army Air Corps was stationed in the Philippines, and they bombed the Philippines the day after Pearl Harbor, and all of our men were left there with I mean, they gave them a gun essentially and told them, good luck because there was no way to evacuate them, there was no place for them to go, uh, and they had Japanese had set up death camps essentially because, I mean, we're talking the Philippines, there was all kinds of diseases just naturally anyway, but they weren't being fed or taken care of properly. A lot of the men, they call what's the book that I read? The Death March to Bataan. I think I'm saying that properly. Uh, that they just marched them, and if they died on the way, they just pushed them off the roadside. One of my cousins actually survived that death march and made it to one of the internment camps, and he died there, but they put these guys in mass graves, and they just started, like, within the last 15 years, going through these mass graves in the Philippines that were the US soldiers, and they are identifying the Bataan death mark. Thank you, Morg. Yay, that was it. I think I'm saying it right, Bataan, right? Or Batan? Maybe there's a maybe I got a boot Bhutan. Okay. Maybe I need to look. See, usually, like, if I'm gonna talk about a subject, I'll go on Google and I'll type in, how to pronounce it, and then I usually say it wrong anyway, but there is a book that I read, called We oh my gosh, I gotta find it because if you guys are interested in this, this is actually about the nurses that were stuck there. In the Philippines, they refused to leave the soldiers, because they knew they were gonna need, they were the only nurses, so they couldn't get out. I think they did have the opportunity that they were gonna get the nurses out, so but they stayed, and I think there was, like, 20 of them. I gotta find that book because it was amazing. These women were freaking heroes. I mean, to when they, um We Band of Angels, I think yep, it is. I think you can get it. Oh, you can get it real cheap. It's on Audible. Where I think I got it off of Amazon, but hang on. Doop, doop. Let me find a photo of it here, and I'll show you. I'll put it on the. Um, it's if I can hold it up. I don't think that comes across, but it's called We Band of Angels: The Untold Story of the American Women Trapped in Bataan, and it's by Elizabeth M. Norman, and it is an amazing book. It is so good, and I feel so horrible that I never even knew about any of this that happened. And I went looking when I was doing my genealogy, and I found this cousin, right? Like, he finally was, exhumed from this mass grave, DNA tested, one brother still alive that was able to give his DNA, that was able to connect, the brother who died in the Philippines to the brother that was still living in Montana, and they finally were able to bring his remains home. And fortunately, because the brother was super old, I think he was the youngest brother of like 12 kids. So he was. It's just amazing that he's still alive. I think he was like 90 or like he was up there, and he passed away just a little while after they brought his brother's remains home, which, it's oh, Like, I'm already getting goosebumps talking about it. But, yeah, I wanna do a whole thing on that because that is a DNA case, which I'd like to talk about, but definitely here, I'll take the Edmund Fitzgerald down, but we will talk about that. Let me go back to Google here. Oh, wait, I don't wanna show you guys my Google search history, so I'm gonna take that off. No, you guys don't need to see what I am looking up in my off time because it is sketchy. I just hope I mean, if the feds are watching, I think they would have already arrested me for just suspicion of something. Um, Let me pop it up here. Here's Amazon. I'll just pull it up on Amazon. Boop, beep, bop, boop. But it is really good. I highly recommend it. I think this is the Audible one that's going to show up, but it's the same. You can read it Audible. I like Audible books too because, like, when I'm doing my walks or riding the bike or whatever, I can just put it on. But this is more. I actually do look up. I did ask AI if I was racist because I've been called that a few times because I yelled at my black cat and apparently I'm not allowed to yell at her and call her black. So I don't know. I don't know. I got to show you guys her photo too because I'm going to catch her. She will be mine. Um yeah, and right C Smith, anytime they call something a death march, you know it's not going to be a fun time for somebody. Like somebody's not coming home. Um but yeah, I didn't even know about any of that. So as soon as I read this book, of course, that took me down like that hole. Which was great because then when I found my cousin's story, like I think he's a second cousin a few times removed. So he's not like a cousin, but still in the family. But yeah, so this is the book. I'll put it in the Discord. I'll make a community note too. Like I said, at some point, but I want to do it well. So I think I need to get better at presenting to do some of these stories because I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be, I don't want to look back and go, oh God, what the hell was I doing? Yeah, Morg, I have a lot of not so cheery books. Like, I it's really funny because you look at my bookshelf, right? Like I've got a fun one. You can hear everything falling off my bedside table right now. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I've been reading for fun lately. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is a book on the asylums, insane asylums, which is what they called them back then. Um, so yeah, this one is about the history of the Kalamazoo State Hospital. Um, and it's really screwed up how they treated patients. And that is what I was reading the other night before I fell asleep. And I'm going to tell you, I did not have a very good dream. It was very, very scary. But there are certain books that I can't read. The Holocaust is like I don't know what it was about the Anne Frank Diary of Anne Frank, but that has left a mark on me for the rest. Like it's just it breaks my heart. Um that's a hard one for me to read about. I've not really dove into um a lot of that, but and Soviet history, yeah, it's sad. Just all of it. I do really get into I have got into a little bit like of like the czars in Russia. Like I find that kind of fascinating, but I do like that crazy royal history um Russia and just Europe in general. But um was this Did they have a asylum? Was it named Chattahoochee? Because that would be fun. That would give whole new meaning to that Alan Jackson song, right? All right. I was gonna show you guys the hippie tree at least, right? Let's do let me at least do one thing that I said I was gonna do tonight. So, but then I thought it was gonna be a really sweet video, right? Like, I'm like, "Oh my god, they're gonna love this because it looked so cool." Like, I loved, going out. So we went to the Hippie Tree. This is up by Traverse City. This is on I don't know if it's technically on the grounds of actually, I think it is. It's on the grounds of the former state hospital, Traverse City, and it was called the Traverse State Hospital. It was called a Saint Insane Asylum. It's had a couple different non-politically correct names now. Uh well, in the past. So um oh, that's kinda I like that. A Chattahoocher. And this is Traverse City. So when you go up, it's not a hard walk. Um, it's actually a really, really pretty walk out there. Oh, look, there's me looking all big. Um, so this is the video. I don't know why the quality sucks so bad. Hopefully the sound's off because I was talking during this whole thing. But so this is the hippie tree. Well, it's going really fast too. But so it's not a standing tree. Oh, I don't think my internet's liking this. So I'm just going to let it play. And then when it's done, I'll show some pictures. I don't know why it turned out like all my other videos. So there is some paranormal connected to this. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up one of the photos here, but I got to get it off my computer real quick. Hopefully, I put it on my computer. Well, I have the asylum photos. Hang on. I might have to crud. See, this is why I don't want to present anything really cool until until I can do this stuff better. But oh, I think I broke my computer. But it is right now is a beautiful time to go up north too, because it's all the leaves are changing colors. It's just so pretty up there. Okay, come on. Download some photos for me, guys. Don't It's just making me work so hard tonight. So, this hippie tree is supposed to be a portal to hell. So why not walk out there and go check it out? That's what I said. And that's what my bestie, Bella, that's what she said too. She's like, "Well, let's go check out the portal to hell because why the hell not? We're here. Let's see what happens, right?" And I'm like, not even thinking about it as it really being a portal to hell, until she starts going around. And apparently see, I wish she was here, but she's uh so backed up at work right now. Like she's got a big deadline coming, so she couldn't. She was supposed to be on last night. I was trying to get her on tonight, but but yeah, she's got it. I think she knows a little bit more about the hippie tree than I do, but I'm gonna try. But here's this is so cool. So this tree, I think it used to be upright at some point, and to me, it looks like it got struck by lightning. But so now it's like just kind of laying like different sections of it, right? Um, People go down and just spray paint this. So the apparently one of the stories is that when women in this asylum had babies, they would take them to this far place back in the woods, and this is where they would bury the babies. I don't I don't think that that's what they would have done. I think they would have uh, I don't think they've ever found baby bodies out here, so, I don't think that's what happened. But, I do believe more in the fact that it's a hippie tree where people probably have gone out there to smoke a lot of stuff and, paint. And you can smell as you're co well, I couldn't smell it because the Rona, but, Bella smelled it, and she's just like, "Oh my god, I can really smell," and you can tell, like, there's some vibrant paint, on it, and I think it's just some place everybody goes, like, it's a thing, but this is the walkout, this is the trail, this is how it was. I don't know, maybe you guys don't like leaves, but, it was really, really freaking beautiful for me. It's just so gorgeous up there. Um, I got a few more that a little better quality maybe? Um, yeah, every time I click on something, it makes my computer do something stupid, so hang on. Um, well, actually, I'm the one making my computer do something stupid because 'cause I'm touching it. Let's see, I got a couple more here, and I will download and pop them up. And here's one. Is this it? Nope. Oh, oh, there it is. So you can see, like, everybody's just come up, and I don't even know how long. I know this thing has been there for 15 to 20 years at least. Like, it is on, what is it? TripAdvisor? Tells you how to get out there and everything. So I don't know who created it. I don't know where the urban legend came from of babies having been buried out there, but I'm gonna go with more. I think it's a place where a lot of hippies probably went out and smoked, and did hippie things. I don't know. The whole portal to hell thing started to really kind of freak me out because Bella loves this stuff. And like I said, she should be here telling you this, but she's not. So if I mess it up, you can all blame her. And you can go into the Discord and you can yell at her. Yeah, do that, please. Maybe she won't stand me up again. But apparently there's these arches. I d- I couldn't figure out exactly what she was talking about, but I don't know. I think they're arches like that the trees make, and, that each there has to be 6 of them, and then that opens the portal to hell. And she started like, we're walking around, right? And she's, like, counting, and I'm like, "Oh, jeez, would you stop that?" Like, and I started to get I it takes a lot to creep me out, but that creeped me out. Like, I was like, "I'm ready to go. Are you good? Like, I've seen the hippie tree. Let's go." I'm like, because I swear to God, if like some kind of it's not so much like the unknown. I'm more worried about like it's starting to get dark. Like, what kind of weirdos are gonna come out here and like make sacrifices or something. I don't know what the hell goes on out in the woods at night. I'll be out there in the daytime, but at night, I'm gonna get the hell out of there. But it is really pretty. It's I think it's an art piece. That's how I want to like, I didn't feel like it was weird until my friends started to make it weird, and then I got a little creeped out, but I mean, we weren't the only ones out there looking for it, so I just loaded but I thought this was kind of funny because it's Peace, Pot, and Microdot. I don't know if that's Microdots from, like, the Karen Reed stuff, so, but yeah, right, Angie. I'm way more afraid of the living people walking through the woods, like the ghost. I don't think ghosts can hurt you. I think they could make you do stupid shit to yourself because you get freaked out and run, right? And you walk off a cliff or run into something. But yeah, I'm not uh, the ghosts don't frighten me, but But I gotta tell you, I do get a little nervous when people start talking devil stuff, right? Like, I'm just like, I don't know about it, and I don't wanna meet it. So, and they very well it could I'm just gonna say they were smoke oh, that's what thanks, Angie. See, I am so ill-informed. I didn't know what that's what acid was. Look at that. See, I've learned something tonight. Yeah, look at that. I'm so smart now. But yeah, hook 'em horns. Woo! Wait, woo. I just saw that. Sorry, C. Smith, I missed that earlier. And I think OB did do I think she did I thought didn't she do UT Dallas too? I thought she said UT Dallas. I thought. Well, see, now I've well there and see you guys, I feel I just I don't know. I thought that I'd done a lot of stuff in my life, but apparently I haven't done enough. So, I don't I don't need to do any of that. I've screwed up enough things in my life. I don't need to go back and do anymore, but I got to find there's one more photo here and I don't know why. Um I keep pulling the same one up here of the tree. So let's see if I can get it. Nope, same oh, here. So, I think this is what Bella was talking about, like, see the arch in this tree? Like, I think this is still part of the original tree, maybe? Like, I think this whole, like, you can walk through there now, but I think this was, like, a really, really big tree at one time. So, um, but yeah, that's it, and obviously people are tagging the living trees still. I kinda wish they would just stick to the one that's obviously dead and the part that's fallen down, but, I mean, it is what it is. I don't, yeah, it's the trees look pretty scraggly anyway, so they're probably not gonna kill kill them because 'cause they're probably already dead, but it is really cool. It was really a really pretty walk out there. It wasn't very far. I think it is on the state asylum. I think it is still on the property. Like I said, if you do go up there, go out in the daytime. Just be safe. I even felt a little unnerved just, with just Bella and I going out, just 2 women. Usually, I don't get unnerved like that, but I did as it started to get, dark, I was kinda I was like, I think it's time. I think we gotta." Because then we headed to Left Foot Charlie's where we got our cider, and oh my god, cinnamon girl served hot in a mug. That was the perfect it was so good. And it no offense, it's just you park in the parking lot. I'm sure they probably don't want you out there at night, but I don't know how they would police that. Um, I don't think there were cameras or anything like that. I didn't see a sign that said, like, "Don't go here." Um but it is I mean, it's a beautiful walk. There was, like, some water running, like a little stream, and you've gotta cross over a little bridge, so it was really cute. I think it's, like I wouldn't even say it's a mile walk, so it was really, um but it was a real easy walk. There's a little bit of an incline, but hey, this girl, I'm up to well, before COVID, I was up to, like, 4 miles a day walking, and then I'm up to, like, 5 biking 5 miles a day when I don't do my walks. So, I think getting in pretty good shape. Um, but so it didn't seem that bad to me, but just to warn you, there is a little bit of an incline, like, as you go up, and then you gotta go down into where the hippie tree is, and then you gotta come back up out of that. And this is kinda, like, deep like, there's a ravine down there. But, yeah, so Bella walked all down here looking for these 6 arches to hell, and I said, "I don't think we need to find those. I think we're fine where we are. Um, let's not stir let's not open any doors today." And yeah, but, be cautious if you go I would take if you go out there alone, take, like like I said, bear spray, and I don't know why I had bear spray in my glove compartment. I don't know why I didn't take it out there with us. Um, but yeah, I need to yeah, see, at least pack in my bear spray, which if I had gone out there by myself, I would have had my bear spray, but, like, I get a little too when it's just her and I go so many places together, and we go out to these places, and we go, like, we Scotland and Ireland and Canada, like, we've been all these places together, we go out, and it but this felt something felt a little off, like, I don't when I get that feeling, like, the "get the hell out of here" feeling, I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm not gonna be that girl in the movie, like, um, you think you hear something outside and you go out. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna lock all the doors and windows. I'm going to call 911, and I'm going to if I don't have a weapon, I'm gonna find something that's gonna be a weapon. So, um, if I get a, off feeling in my gut about something, I'm getting the hell out of there. There's just yeah, it's yeah, follow your gut, right? Like, just go, go. And I started to feel that way. I don't know if it was the portal talk that got me a little creepy or just the fact that it was getting, it was starting to get dark because you're in the woods, sun's setting, it gets a little darker in the woods first, right? But it didn't feel, it started to get a different vibe as it got darker. And there had been some people that had started out on the trail with us that seemed to kinda go off in a different direction, and I wondered, like, were they coming out here too? So, yeah, and I kept thinking that they were gonna show up, so I was like, "Let's just get out of here before" I didn't want anything weird to happen, but that's the hippie tree. Supposedly, I don't think there's dead babies buried out there, but, urban legends, just let them have their imaginary stuff, but, like I said, it was still really cool to go out there and see it. If you're allergic to the, um, spray paint, so I would recommend going out there. Bella said it was really, really strong. I couldn't smell it, Rona, but, yeah, but it was really pretty. It's beautiful out there. It's probably gonna be really ugly out there now with winter coming, but yeah, it was really interesting to go. Right after we got done, we went and had our hot cider, and, you have to go there, Mia, when you're in Traverse City, you have to go to Leftfoot Charlie's. Um, if you're there in the winter, definitely get Cinnamon Girl warm. It is amazing. I loved it. I brought some home. Haven't been able to drink it yet because 'cause I'm too sick. I don't think I should be mixing that with, steroids and antibiotics, but, what the hell? I mean, COVID didn't kill me, so that shouldn't, right? But yeah, that's the hippie tree. And I wish, like I said, it could have been hippie babies that got killed out there. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're I didn't even know what these drugs were, so maybe I don't know anything. Maybe there's things buried. The woods are a good place to hide bodies. That's I know that. And I don't can I you might I've not told this story yet. Have I? I don't think I've told you guys. I think I've hinted on it because like, OB has talked about, uh, like, we've talked about finding dead bodies and what bodies smell like. Is that too morbid for tonight? Do you guys maybe I shouldn't go there tonight. It's kinda late, right? Like, every kids are all asleep, right? Um, but I live near woods that look very similar to these, and like I said, bodies, get dumped out in woods quite often, and the thing is, when you dump bodies out in the woods, it's usually the deer hunters that end up finding them, right? Because they're the ones out there hunting, they're in the woods, right? They trip over something and it's usually like decomposed skeletal remains that I mean, it happens every year. You will there's going to be a story deer season starts pretty soon here. I don't think maybe it's already started. I think it's I saw guys going down the road with guns. and you can only do that in the country here. Anywhere else, that would probably frighten you, but it's some kinda I don't think it's quite deer season yet. There's something else. I think it's bow season maybe for deer. I don't know. I don't know, but something. Um, but anyway, somebody will find somebody out there, and especially back, like, when I was a kid, this is where we have all these trails that are out in the woods, and it's just, like, I would leave my house here at the farm, and I would ride down the road. My uncle's house was right on the edge of the woods, so I would ride right past his house, so I never thought I never felt uncomfortable. My horse, like I mean, I was riding out there by myself, like 10, 11, 12 years old, like, as soon as I my mom knew I wasn't gonna fall off, that she when she knew I could fall off and get back on my horse, that was when she didn't worry about me anymore. So I just rode everywhere on my horse. I mean, I'd be gone. It's so crazy because 'cause I'd be gone all day. Nobody ever came looking for me. And, I know Ernie and I were talking about this, like, right? Like, why is a certain generation of people so, like, we're a little tough? And I think it's because our parents just didn't really care. They didn't care what happened to us. Like, I know I know my mom loved me, but I'm pretty sure she was just like, "She'll come back," right? But, um, so one day I was just a normal day riding my horse, go down the road. I just passed my uncle's place and get to this little intersection, and something was stanky. And I'm telling you, I've smelled numerous dead animals growing up on a farm. Yeah. And this was that kind of smell. And all I could think of was like, like somebody hit a deer because I mean they're all up and down the roads. It was pretty, but it was really really bad. And I'm like, God, that's gotta be a like a lot of like more than just one deer, right? Um, and I'm cut off into the woods, and I'm like, "Ooh," like, kinda thinking like, "Oh, I'm just gonna turn around and go the other way," but I was a little curious because 'cause I'm morbid. Even as a 10, 11-year-old, I was very curious. I'm like, "Oh, I wanna see what it is," right? And I did that, and I got to see dead bodies, and it was not as cool as I thought it would be. Um The smell of a human is not the same as a deer. I think that's why it was like I was like, like, "What is that?" Right? Like, it was, yeah. There were 2 of them. There were 2 gentlemen that had been missing for I think it was, like, a week to 2 weeks. I can't remember quite, because I was 10, but they'd been missing. They had been picked up at a bar, at a local bar, and they had been and that was the last anyone had seen of them. That 2 other gentlemen had picked them up, and that was it. That was the last anyone had seen of them. And they had been murdered and dumped in the woods. And yeah, so I was riding my I rode my horses. I rode my like not just my one, like, I had a few horses, so and that was our exercise, like, especially when, this so I know, 10 years old, when we had crazy horses, my mom would just saddle them up and just make me go ride, like, just ride them till they were tired, right? Like, and eventually you kinda trained the crazy out of them. So my mom would just, like, "Just go ride them. Go in the woods, go ride them," and that's what I would do. So, like, I was riding a horse at least probably every day past this point. Um, it was really, really stinking hot outside, like, it was summertime, it probably had to be 90s easily, and this is the woods, right? So it's already like a sauna, and I don't know why I wasn't more freaked out. I mean, I was pretty freaked out, but I went all the way home and, I had to tell my mom, and they called and reported it. And I don't think they ever found who killed these men. I have looked for information, and I have never been able to find that this case was ever solved. So it's still a cold case as far as I know. I need to dig into it. That was one thing I was going to ask OB to help me on, was to see, because I've done all my ancestry lookup, and I haven't been able to find anything on them, or what happened. So, but they were definitely 2 dead people. So, that's a sight, like, you don't forget that. But yeah, that's my dead person story. 2 dead people. So, I didn't just get 1, I got 2 for 1, and it was, but yeah, that's not the, like, it's not the first people that have been found down there. Um, yeah, it was, all I can say is thank God it probably happened when I was 10 and not now, because I probably would, like, I would probably just have, I don't know, probably PTSD or something from something like that. Just, I mean, a kid's mind, right? Like, I don't think you take into account all the things, like why those men were murdered. I know they were gay, so it was a hate crime, but this would have been what, late 80s. So um, they weren't probably, I don't know even if we were calling it hate crimes back then, but yeah, there are some pretty backward ass people around here. So um, I can tell you, I think I can't remember. I think I was riding my horse, Nuzzy. It's a cute name. Her name was Norzette, but Nuzzy was her barn name. She was so cute. She That horse could, like, she was bomb proof. Like, I'm serious. Like, I would fall off her and she'd just stop. Like, she was the best horse in the entire world, and she was my barrel horse, so we raced, we did trail together. If I told her to stay and dropped her, like, she would stay, whether a bomb went off or not, right? Um she was just a tank of a horse. She was so awesome. But even I do remember her kind of being a little, like, I remember some skittishness from her. So, yeah. And like I said, this wasn't these were the only dead bodies I ever found in the woods, but I'm pretty sure I came up upon 2 guys trying to get rid of another body out there once as well. Um and for a while, my mom, like, after, right, she's like, "I think you need to take a break from riding in the woods for a little while." And I'm like, "Well, whatever." And I think maybe a week or 2 went by, and then, yeah, like, I was back out there riding. So it was more fun to go ride in the woods than it was to just ride in a circle, like, out in my horse pasture. So, like, I'm not gonna stay in the pasture for long. So, um, but later on, like, I think I was about, oh, I was probably getting closer to graduating from high school, so I was probably like 16, 17. I was later teen, and, so these trails, there's like a 2-track. I hope everybody knows what 2 tracks are, but they're just like those little 2-lane, little, right, like, cars or trucks can drive through, like, the woods, right? And there are 4 service vehicles. uh like, we have a pipeline that runs through our woods, so it's technically a service road for the pipeline. But people, like, in high school, that's where we went to party. So we'd go out there with our beer and find a spot in the woods. We'd take the service road, and then you'd park off, and everybody would sit out there, right, and party. Um, and this day that I was riding my horse, again, it was Nuzzy, and I tell you, I'm so thankful for that horse every single day, because she probably saved my life more than once, but this day, I think she definitely saved my life. Uh, we come up and these 2 gentlemen, I'll call them gentlemen, they're 2 men, were they had one of those big old cars, like those the one like, it wasn't a Cadillac, but it's like one of those big land barges, right? Like those like you could get a family of 12 in the trunk. Um, they were on the little service road, they were pulled off into like a little turnaround area, and they had the trunk open, and I could see a tarp in the back of the trunk. So my horse and I are like coming through, and I could see the car. It was a big like silver car, and we were like coming through the trail, and I could see him, and I'm kind of looking like over my horse, and my horse has got her like her ears are like like she's watching, right? And she's like, "What the hell's going on over there?" And like I said, she was smart. She was the smartest horse I think I've ever had. And we got to the end of the trail, right where the trail did end, right into the 2 track. And these gentlemen were right on the other side of the 2 track in this little clearing with their car turned around. And you could see right, like a mafia car, C. Smith. Um, right. We're not, I mean, we're on the other side of Detroit, but I mean, it that's kinda was my first thought. It was a silver one, though, so it wasn't like a black one. But, yeah, so I saw them, they saw me, and I'm thinking and my horse saw them, and she did like, she spun around where, like, I had gripped the saddle horn so tight because she spun so fast and just started back down that trail, and like I said, she was my barrel horse, so I when I say that, like, barrel racing, my mouth is getting dry, so I think my words are sticking together. So we barrel raced and we did gymkhana, which is you run the barrels like you see in the rodeo. We did that and we did a bunch of other speed events, and she was fast. And she was small and compact, so she could actually run down the trails, and like all I had to do was just kind of lean down on her, and we were like one, right? Like it was so crazy. God, I almost kind of get a little teared up talking about her. I miss her. Um she just took like we like I knew in my I don't know if she felt it from me, like if we like vibed, like I looked like this ain't right, but she was already like, yeah, this ain't right, and we both agreed it was time to get the hell out of there. That gut instinct transferred from me to the horse, or we both were thinking it. We She just was gone, and we took off out of there. I knew all the little trails, how to get back around without having to go out to the road, and I knew that big old car was not gonna be getting down any of these horse trails, but I was worried that they were gonna go back out on the road and, like, look for me, so I stuck to all the trails, went back around all behind people's houses, got to my uncle's house so that I could let him know to call my parents, and they everybody came down and followed me home on my horse, but we didn't want anybody like knowing where I lived either, because like what are these people, right? Like what they show up at my house later or something. So there was a little, I think my parents actually did have some fear that it could be like some sort of mafia thing. They never found a body out there that I know of. um I can't remember anymore if anybody went out there to just look to see if they actually had, but that would have been kind of stupid. They probably left and went someplace else to dump that body because of course, right? Like, um, yeah, like that would have probably been a stupid move on their part is to see somebody like they made eye contact. They knew I was there. So, um, yeah, I'm sure they dumped the body someplace else, but it was pretty frickin' I could tell you that was one of the most terrifying events that I probably ever had in my life. That was even more frightening than finding dead bodies because there was nobody there with the dead bodies, so, um, but yeah, that was one of the things I thought of was, is this like, because we still have that story, like Jimmy Hoffa in Michigan, right? Like, they never found him, they never will, but, um They like to dump people everywhere, so yeah. Um, and I think, that horse was a very good judge of character. I had a couple boyfriends that she just did not like, and you know what? Girl was spot on. Yeah, she was right. Um those guys were arseholes. So she was smart. Um my horse Loki that I have now, my gray horse, that's her grandson. So I had her daughter and then I have her grandson. So I have 3 generations of her now, but and she was the color of my hair is was her color too. So she and they yeah, we had a couple nicknames when we rode and we raced together. So they weren't nice. Um, cuz she was kind of bitchy and apparently, I guess I was too, but I was very competitive. So, it's not that I was a mean person, I was very focused. And before events, I just would be with my horse off. It was just us, right? And I guess that meant that I was being bitchy. So yeah, we were the red bitches. Because when I had her at our county fair, we had to keep we had screen doors that if they nipped at anybody, which most of the horses loved people and loved to be petted. n- Not she was okay for the first couple days, but after a while she was like, yeah, no, I don't get the keep your hands out of my stall. Like she just got really bitchy with it. So we had to keep a screen over her stall so she wouldn't bite people. So she and I kind of both had a reputation of, you know, I don't want people sticking their hands in my door all the time either. So I don't blame her for being kind of, she didn't deserve that because she was, like I said, she was the smartest. I'll have to put some photos up of her. I'll have to get them off my hard drive here at some point so that you guys can see her. But she really was the coolest horse. I had her all through um, from 10 to, gosh, um, she lived to be like 30 something. So I had her a good long time. But yeah, she was a good horse. But yeah, she and I saw a lot of things together, dead bodies, possible mafia body dump. Yeah, we did it all. I don't think everybody can say that with their horses. But oh, here's Kitty. If it's a girl, this is going to be Lenore. And I don't know, I couldn't get zoomed in anymore on this. But this is the little black kitty that got me called a racist because I guess I can't call her Black Kitty. I think it's a girl. I don't know. It could be a boy too. I haven't been able to get close enough to see, but this is the one that I was talking about that's out. She was just a little itty bitty kitten. I had a hold of her one time, but she like clawed my hand up and I had to let go of her. And now she's a much bigger kitty. So yeah, she said, I did not, she's like, no means no. I don't want you touching me. Uh, but so now she's a much bigger kitty, but she doesn't seem like she runs from me, but she stops like she did right here. Got so far away from me and then she stopped and turned around and looked at me and she was meowing at me. But she so I'm going to call her Lenore cuz I just watched something on Edgar Allan Poe. So uh if it's a girl, it's Lenore. I don't know. I've already had a cat named Poe, so I can't use that again. So I'll have to think of something else if it is a male cat. I've had a lot of black cats, so this one's a little, I got to think hard. Um, and this one is, she doesn't have anything wrong. Most of the feral cats that I end up trapping and keeping, they all have this viral infection, and some of them actually have what's called Hemobartonella, which is a oh, I like Twain and I like Vincent. I haven't had one of either of those yet. Um, so I like both of those. Oh, I'll have to it's gonna be a hard one. Oh, yeah, because I like Van Gogh and I like Mark Twain. So I could yeah, either one of those I could go. But I had just watched, something on Edgar Allan Poe, and it was like, I love him. Like, he's the ultimate goth guy, right? Like, he's just a little weird. He did marry his cousin, who was way too young for him. Um, but I was reading The Raven, right? So this is Lenore, if it's a girl, but, um, she, looks very healthy. I'm hoping I've gotta get her caught. I have a live trap, but the door's broke on it. So, I guess I have to go get a new live trap if I wanna get her before winter, but, um, yeah, she is so I just want she's got the most beautiful green eyes, like, they glow, and you probably can't see it very well on here because I couldn't get too close, but, um, yeah, and then she was meowing at me. So, she does talk to me, like, because if she runs out of food, because I will bring food out to the barn because that's where she primarily stays, and she does eat mice out there. Like, I've found little mice carcasses all over. So she's doing her job. And she's got a warm place to sleep out there, so she's okay. Um, and Clips, I've had a Poe, or else she would be Poe. But I already had a Poe. He wasn't black though. He was a brown tabby. Um, so she's right outside. This is our horse barn that we're working on. It's God, I don't even know how old this barn is anymore, like 40-year-old pole barn that it has endured a lot of winters and, wasn't very well taken care of, so it's really shitty looking. We spent a lot of the summer, patching up holes that, were put in it through storms. We had a couple, uh, what is it? Doors that were there that are no longer there, so then we, um, had to cover all those up. So now it's all sealed up like it should be. So it's gonna be extra warm in there. I do have to still get like, you can see behind her, that's a gap between the bottom of the barn to the ground. So I do have to get out there with um oh, the tree is still in the pick? Oh, wait, hang on. I thought you couldn't see the kitty? Well, damn it. What was I talking about this whole time? Oh, I see that. What's going on? Uh-oh. I think I broke it. Okay. So, okay, can you guys see the kitty now? Huh. Well, what you guys think I was talking about this whole time? You're like probably like, "Oh my god, did Stones take one of her gummies?" This is a fine Waldo. Where's the kitty? What the hell's going on? It says it's let's see. Maybe if I just remove here. Um all right. I removed those. I'm going to remove this one. Let me see. There's still a tree there, right? Okay. I'm going to remove that one. Damn it. Man, I had you guys looking for Waldo. Hey, oh, good. If it's a boy, I'm going to call him Waldo cuz yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You got to scream at me, like put it in caps. All right, well there I am. Okay, so maybe all right. Paws crossed. Can you see her now? Morg was looking for her too. I'm sorry. Can you see her now? Is she there? Um, this is Lenore. I'm so sorry, guys. Just another reason why I need to do these little streams. So I there has been improvement though, right? Like since my first live, like I'm doing better. um uh, oh gosh. I was yeah. So this is Lenore. This is what I was talking about. So this is our bar. I was trying to figure out what you guys like, what are we looking at? I'm like, that's a barn. But yeah, that's my barn. That's our horse barn. It's a pole barn with like metal siding, right? So it looks like shit. But it's getting fixed up. We're gonna paint it and stuff. But I've got a lot of there's a lot of farm chores, and most of my summer was spent working on my electric fence, which I think I talked about before, like how afraid of electricity I am. So that was not a fun endeavor for me. um, this summer, but that is freaking fixed. Like I have a working horse fence. Yeah, I did because I remember I told you guys about Loki, right? So Loki is Nuzzy's grandson. He's my escape artist. He's a little shit. Um, he was getting out. He was going to my neighbors, and I I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'll tell you it again because it's still a very funny story. And so we have 45 acres, and it goes a long way back. And right up at the very, very back of the 45 is a little 5-acre section where I have neighbors. And that is right where Mr. Loki was getting out every single night. I would go back there, put the fence back up, test it. It said it's working. And I thought, okay, how the hell is he getting out? Right. Well, he was getting out. He was just pushing through it. So the fence was working, but it wasn't working enough. There was a little short in it. So the power wasn't quite getting it. So he was just kind of slipping under it. So if he was getting a shock, it wasn't enough to keep him from going. Uh, and he was it was fine when it was just him getting out. Like I would go pick him up from the neighbor's house. Most of the time he would just kind of make his way around the neighborhood, and then in the morning I would get up and he would be in the front yard, just munching grass in the front yard. Uh, but my biggest fear was when when the neighbors started showing up at my house at like 4 in the morning and honking and knocking on my door at 4 a.m. I was like, okay, now it's time. Loki's gotta Loki can't go visit because everybody's like, you got a horse out. And I'm like, yeah, he's always out, whatever. Like, I put his name and our phone number on his halter. Like, if you find him, just, he'll come home. He'll come home. Don't worry. He's always going to come home. But so after I finally got the fence all fixed, it is highly electrified now. Do not touch it. um, Horses have a very good sense for that. And like, they've got the whiskers on their nose. And if you ever watch them, they'll kind of like go up, and those whiskers very sensitive, so they know the fence is on, and they know it's working. Um because I noticed right after I got it fixed, the first thing Loki did was go up, and then he was like, "Oh, the bitch fixed the fence." But before that, apparently, our neighbor, his brother, is staying with him, and his brother's more of a city guy, not a country boy. And he woke up one morning and opened his curtains in his bedroom, opened the window, and Loki was just standing there, being a big pervy horse, being a peeping Tom, being a peeping Loki, and just staring at this poor guy. And I guess apparently terrified that, I mean, as soon as I realized it was a horse, I wouldn't be that afraid, but I could see where you would probably get a really huge jump scare. And yeah, Clips, he's definitely my brother named him. because my brother's a huge comic. He loves comics, Marvel, DC. I like him too, but he's really really into them. He named Loki Loki, which um, I noticed my brother's not the one here helping me get the horse back in the pasture, helping me fix the fences. But yeah, like I said, his grandmother was an escape artist too when he lived in Colorado with me. I don't know how many times he got out. We'd put him in the barn, and I don't know how he got out of. We still don't know how he managed to get out of his stall. I would go down there, like the other horses would be all pissed off because he's just walking around the barn eating hay while they're in their stalls, right? Like, yeah, it was. He's a character. And I love him. I don't know what I mean, he's 20 years old now, and I hope he stays around another 10 years, but, because I don't know what I'm gonna do without him. He's an awesome horse, but anyway, so this is Lenore. She's on my to-do list to catch. I will make her mine. I'm going to love her and hug her, and yeah, she's not George, but she's gonna be Lenore. But now I'm thinking Waldo. I'm thinking Waldo could be though I do Twain is really sticking with me though. I really like that. But Vincent, see now Vincent would be good if I had a cat with like part of an ear missing, right? Like that would be because I love I love Vincent Van Gogh. Even though I think they've changed the pronunciation of his last name, right? Isn't it Van Gogh? Isn't it? I think I don't know. I think I'm saying it wrong now, but yeah. But those eyes, they're oh my god, they're so green, and I don't know where. I think I know who her mom is because there's a little brown tabby that like I can't get anywhere near her. Um, I leave food out back for her because she won't even come up by the house. So I think this is her kitten. There were 3 of them. This is the only one. One of them I did catch, but he was really sick and he didn't make it. That was when they were like tiny, tiny. Um, so this is the survivor. She looks really hardy. She's very fat. Yeah, but I'll try to get some more close up photos of her. Like I said, she's fast. Uh, I did actually grab a hold of her by accident when she was because I put food out on the porch for the barn kitties. Uh, some of them are not very bright, so I have some in the barn that I feed. I have the feral cats that I feed out back, and then I have the kitties that I feed on the porch, and I feed a lot of cats, right? Um, but no, she's my barn cats don't have that bad of a life. Now the feral cats maybe, but I do try to get them. Usually, once I catch the ferals and get them neutered and spayed, they stay in the barn and really good they have a pretty good life. Like I said, this one she's a mouser. She's living her best life out there. Like she's got her little spot. Like I've got hay, like bales of hay, and she's got a little spot that she's got all cozy in there. And I keep a little bowl of water and a little food there, but she'll eat it all because, like I said, she's a little fat. She's a chunk. So maybe she is a boy. So this is probably Waldo. Um, but yeah, when she eats all her food in the barn, she comes and eats the other kitty's food up on the porch. So uh, I I want her. I've been after her all summer. But yeah, I did scream at her and I told her, "Oh god, I probably can't say. I'll edit this out. What point in the we're at 2 hours 8. Okay. I told her to get her little black butt back over here cuz she ran away from me. And I was told I can't say that. But I mean, I don't know what else I was supposed to say to her. But she stopped and she turned around and looked at me. Ooh, I like Willard. Willard. Tish, you're coming up with some good these are good names. I like these. I should keep a list. Call her Whitey. Call her Cracker. I could call her Cracker. Um, but yeah, I live out in the country, guys. I'm not offending anybody out here. Nobody's gonna think I'm Nobody here is gonna think I'm being, but yeah, definitely if you're on the phone with me, don't have us on speakerphone because something's gonna pop out of my mouth that you're not gonna want people to hear, like, if you're in a drive-through or something. Um, yeah, just don't do that. Just don't put me on speaker. I am gonna say something wrong. Okay. I just realized we've been here, Willie for short. I like that. Oh, just Kevin. I've not had a you see, I give my cats I typically give them, like, human names, like people names. Um, every once in a while, they'll get, like, kind of a cute name because, like I said, I catch a lot of ferals, and I take care of a lot of the sick kitties. I've had a lot of, like, the leukemia kitties, and yeah, I've had a lot of them, and I just take care of them till I give them the best life I can until I can't anymore. So oh, that's it. Herschel. Herschel's the winner. Nope, Herschel, that's it. That's it. I like that one. I went to school with a guy named Herschel. He was the biggest, nerdiest white kid with all this red hair. Um, that's his name. Because no one, yeah, that's perfect. I like that. Okay, so it's Herschel and Lenore. I'm writing it down. Herschel. Herschel. Yeah, we all thought that was a really fancy name in my school too. But yeah, so my cats I've had I have an orange cat right now. His name is Waffles. He showed up. He's waiting to get neutered. I think I told you guys that last night. Like my vet is she's got like a long waiting list. I've got 5 boys that need to be neutered and I've got 4 girls that need to be spayed. So, we're on that list. Uh but until then, they're safely where they're not gonna be having babies, they are separated. So, yeah, he is an orange tabby cat, and the spots on his back look like a waffle iron print, right? Like, so he's just waffles. Typically, I give him, like, human names, like, we went through the presidents at one time. My last orange cat was named, Taft. So after a president, so after William Howard Taft, we had Abe because we had an Abe Lincoln for a while. So I had a George for George Washington. Gosh, a lot of like I've yeah. I like old lady names too, like for my female kitties. Like they get so we've had Myrtle, we've had Maud, um, like, I've got, my cat Daisy, Poppy. Poppy's over here. She doesn't wanna come on camera again because she, remember when I said she was gonna be mad at me and poop in my shoe or something? She actually, peed on my laundry basket. So, she was really pissed. Like, literally, so Ooh. Spiro Agnew would be a good name for a ca I well, Spiro or Agnew. I like both of those. I like that. Um, yeah, see, I could just sit here all night and just talk cat names if we wanna do that. But yeah, I got Poppy, and then well, I think you guys have met Adele before. She's after a singer. I mean, she is, and we always go around the house going, "Hello." 'Cause she's Adele, right? Um, but yeah, Poppy is not gonna be making any more stream appearances because, she's got a really bad temper. She's an ornery little I mean, I know she looked all sweet and charming when she came up here last night, like, "Hey, look at me, I'm so sweet." But no, then she went and peed on my laundry basket. Fortunately, they're dirty clothes, but still. Um, they might have already smelled though because they wear my barn clothes. Sometimes she doesn't like that if they smell like, if I've touched, like, the outside barn cats. That might have been why she peed on them. So it might not have been the fact that I introduced you guys to her, but more that she's just jealous of the barn cats, but yeah, so all those weird names, god, I could go on for hours. I'm trying to think of some of, well, and then my dogs are named after, my dogs have Scottish themed names, like Paisley is a town in Scotland. Nessie is a monster because Nessie is a monster. She's the best coon dog ever, or at least she thinks she is. We'll just let her believe that. She can chase them. I won't let her kill anything. But she is for a little stubby leg dog because she's like half corgi. She's got these like tiny little legs. She can really get after stuff. Like I'm really proud of her. She's my good girl. But she's also half spaniel, so she's got spaniel coloring, but like a corgi body. She's really cute. She won't be coming on the stream either because she'll knock everything off of. She'll just knock everything over. So will Paisley because they're both nuts. And then I've got Hera, who is my dog I inherited from my mama. Um, and I think she came with that name because she adopted her from the Humane Society. So she came with that name, and it stayed with her. Um, I think it was supposed to be like Hera, like the goddess, right? Like from Greek, or is that Roman mythology? But uh, my mom liked to. She said it was Scarlet O'Hara, so it was Hera that way, spelled that way. But yeah, inherited, right? And C. Smith, I know C. Smith loves, and I saw C. Smith Lou as a little bee. Oh my god. I love seeing like I love seeing dogs and cats like in costumes. I hope that we're not like being mean to them because I do it to mine too. I will have to go through. Maybe we'll just have like a channel in the Discord. We'll just have, well, I mean, we do have the pet. There's already the pet channel, right? But God, it's so much fun. They're so stinking cute. Like, especially the cats. Like when I don't care how depressed I am. I don't care like how like, what's going on in my life, how sad I am, how upset I am. You show me a cat, like, with one of those little costumes on where it looks like he's, like, when they have the little pirate, right? And they're walking. And I think there's a one where they're like a little UPS delivery man, right? And they've got, like, the little hands and they've got the little I can't even get it out. Like I just thinking about it makes me want to like I just want to die laughing cuz it and that's all it takes. Like if I'm crying just show me some cats dressed up and some puppies dressed up like I am going to be instantly I'm going to be in a way better mood. But um I could watch those compilations like all day long with them. I but some cats just look like they love it. Uh, if you guys go in the Discord, there's a young guy. I'm not even sure. He looks like he's in a like a Swiss Miss commercial, like he's in the Alps somewhere. Very handsome, mm, very handsome young man. Um, very easy on the eyes. Let's just say that he's very all over easy on the eyes. He could give Joe Hendry a run for his money in the body department. He's very well taken care of. He has a cat that he takes hiking up in the mountains with him, and his name is Eddie. He's this big orange fur ball, and he's got a backpack, and this cat just rides around. And I'm thinking, if I put Poppy in a backpack, she'll probably one of us isn't coming back. It's probably gonna be me. Um, she'll come back with the backpack, but I won't be attached to it anymore. But this cat goes adventures with them, so I guess it's just I don't know. I always wonder, like, if you start them off as, like, little wee kittens, right? Like, if you start them off really young, um would they let you do these things? So, like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I started putting Santa hats on Poppy when she was just a baby kitten. She didn't like that. She does not like dress up. So I guess it just takes a certain kind of cat. I had a Jack Russell that like she had a whole collection of outfits. She had a raincoat and she would stand by the door and wait for me. Like if it was raining, we'd put her little raincoat on. If it was snowing, she had a little like a little winter jacket. She didn't need it, but, she looked damn cute in it, so, yeah. But, you guys have to see him. I posted him in the Discord already, but I'll post him again. He's on Instagram, I don't think he's on YouTube, but, oh my god, this cat is I mean, they're both cute. I wouldn't kick either one of them out of bed for eating crackers. So, I mean, the cat definitely can come sleep in my bed anytime he wants because Eddie is freaking adorable. But he's walking down this trail and he's singing this beautiful song for the cat, for Eddie. And Eddie's got his head like on his shoulder, like just this. He's girls, I don't know how you feel about this, but when a guy loves animals as much as you do, and if cats are your thing or if dogs are your thing and he loves them just as much as you do, you better lock that dude down and you better marry him. I mean, I don't care how gross he is. Like, if he burps and farts and bet, I don't care. If he loves, if you love cats, he loves cats. You do it. Do it. And if he thinks dressing your dog up, if you 2 dress your dog up, just like I mean, you both get off on that, like, not get off, okay, that's wrong. But if you both like that and you find enjoyment in that, you're soulmates. So, you should stick with him because this guy here, he's gotta have all kinds of women just swamping his DMs because he I mean, come on. A dude walking around the cat, right? Like a hot guy, all but like he doesn't even need the damn cat to get women. So it's not really fair. He wouldn't even have to look like he does, and I would still be melting because it's just freaking adorable. Like I said, I would put up with a whole lot um in a guy if he loved my my animals as much as I did, right? And I mean, not just like animals, like not a guy that like he's just tolerating you, right? Like I and it not and guys too, right? Like I know guys with dogs, like some girls don't like dogs, they like cats, they don't like dogs or vice versa, right? Um I've had guy friends that are just like, well, she didn't like my dog, so off she went, right? So um but yeah, if you find that person that enjoys that just as much as you do, that's probably you grab them up. Trust your animals too. Like if you're like I said, like my horse was a very good judge of character. If she didn't like a dude, uh I I probably still dated him, but I it didn't last long. So that's what made me think that she probably knew a little bit more than I did. But I don't it's a good thing, right, Clips? Don't trust I don't trust anybody. If they don't like animals, uh-uh. Like something's not something's disconnected there and you probably should stay away from them. And I do this too, Dish. Like I was telling my son this story the other day because we had a raccoon ran out in front of us in the road. I didn't have to swerve or anything. Like he got across the road in time, but I was telling him about how I had a Mustang long ago that not a horse, the car, and I put it in the ditch because I swerved to miss a raccoon. And my family has never let me forget that. Like, I didn't wreck the car. It just kind of went like just a little bit, but enough where it's a Mustang. It's a sports car. It's not going to back its own self out of a ditch. I was only like a mile from my house. I had to walk home. I had to get my stepdad. They had to come pull it out. And it was this whole thing. I've never been able to live the fact down that I guess I was just supposed to hit it and damage my car, which going in the ditch didn't damage anything. So I still think I still got off I still did the right thing, I think. Because that damn raccoon was about the size of a lab, like a big lab. He was huge. Maybe not that big, but he was a big one, and he probably would have just tore up the front of my Mustang anyway, so it wouldn't have been a good idea just to hit him. But, that makes you think, like, I don't think my stepdad will ever watch anything I put out here, so, but when people don't like animals, um, just, mm, get don't stay away from them. They've got their people. Let them all hang out, and all of us people who like animals will stick together. But yeah, so if any of you ladies are over there in the Alps and you see him, Eddie walking around with this hot guy, uh, get Eddie's signature. Tell him I'm his biggest fan now. Um, but it is super cute. Like I said, I'll put it in the Discord. I'll put something up. I'll try to get him up here for next time I come on. I think I'm going to come on tomorrow night. I wanted to do the we talked about the tsunami uh, from 2011 in Japan, and I did want to talk about the ghosts. There's so much though. Like I'm in a rabbit hole right now with that. So I don't know if I'll have enough put together to go over it. Like I've got a few ghost stories that I found that were really fun that I can talk about them, and then yeah, but I still haven't finished up our Salem witches. So I'm not sure what I should do. If you guys let me know if you want me to finish up with the Salem witches tomorrow, I can do that. Or we can start with the tsunami. We can start off a little bit of that, like do some of the ghost stories because it will be ghost story night officially. Sunday night is our ghost story night. Um, so it's up to you guys. I'll let you pick if you think you want to hear some more Salem stuff, or I can just sprinkle in more Salem stuff as we go because I'll never tire out on that, and I'll probably never run out of stories for Salem. I'm always reading new stuff about it. So if that's something you guys want, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just find some ghost stories for us tomorrow night. I don't know. I think it's just gonna be me. I think you guys are stuck with just me for a while. Everybody is super busy with work, except for me. Let's go tsunami. um, that's kind of what. Like I said, there's a lot, and like C. Smith, you brought up the one that the other one. What was it from? The one that wasn't it right outside a resort, and, like, people were playing like, as the water had receded, like, had gone out, people were playing in where the water had been because it had receded right before the surge came back in, and just, I think that was, like, at a resort, and that one, alone, 2004 in Thailand, yes. Um, I started reading about that too, but oddly enough, there's not widespread ghost stories like there is with the Japan, the 2011 tsunami. So there's so much to it, but I will put the Unsolved Mysteries episode on. I found a couple other ones, but they're not on Netflix. So I'm not sure how I can get those. Maybe that's just something if you guys want to watch, I'll give you the links to them. Yeah, 20 is a lot. I and that's what I believe that it is something paranormal going on because I can't believe that you would have such mass casualties like that, and especially in a group of people who are very spiritually connected to, I mean, their ancestors, right? Like these are beliefs that they hold very important. Um, I think that has a lot to do with it. So I want to dive into that. Like it might be something we talk about like ongoing for a little while if you guys want to. Uh I'd like to kind of I'm like I mean, I'm serious. Ever since I watched this episode, it's just something I've been it's becoming like the Salem witches almost to me. I just want to read everything that I can about it. So if it's mass psychosis, I mean that's what they always want to say, right? Like everybody, oh, it's all PTSD or something, but what if it's not? Like uh I think these cab drivers, if they're picking up people that just disappear out of their cars, once or twice, maybe I could see being like, okay, whatever. But the amount of cab drivers who said that they would pick up people and then they would realize that the address that they wanted them to go to was in the areas that had been pretty much wiped out. Like there was just nothing left. Um, and then the cab driver would turn around and their fare would be like the person's gone. So you have to think, I don't know. It it touches me in a way like, it kind of breaks my heart thinking these people were displaced in the last final moments of their lives, right? Um and I can't imagine that um if there's a perfect storm for paranormal activity, this is probably it. And I would like to see some I'd like to see like some what's I want to see some ghost hunters. I don't really want to go to Japan. It's not like one of the cuz I don't think I could probably get around very well. I don't think I can my brother took Japanese. He's very much into he loves Asian culture. I should probably ask him if he knows anything about this. Might be able to help me out. But I'm just shocked that there's not like ghost hunters and like why are I don't know. Maybe they out of respect too. Maybe that could be something to do with it. But yeah. So all right. So C Smith, I guess she picked it. So we'll do some tsunami talk, but I'll also I'll find some Am I the Assholes too, just to kind of uh keep it a little like our brain bleach, right? So that we're because this it is gonna be a little um maybe I'll just do the ghost stories. How about that? I'll just find the best ghost stories that I've found from the tsunami. I'll do the ghost stories tomorrow night. And then the next stream we'll just talk about a little bit of we'll talk about what happened and get into a little bit more of that. Does that sound that'll be a little less because like I said, it is I cried. So and I'm dead inside. I'm a ginger, I don't have a soul. So no, I'm kidding. Don't let Ernie know that. Don't tell Ernie that because she's trying to make sure that she doesn't want me to be dead inside, but I said it's too late. But um I'll do that. I will get the ghost stories. I've got a few Am I the Assholes that are ghost related and a couple that are cemetery related. So I've got those ready to go already. And yep. And I'll find some more of the tsunami ghost stories because there were quite a few. And like I said, tomorrow in the Discord, I'll just have it going like on a loop. When it stops, I'll just play it again. So if you miss part of it and pop back in, maybe you can pick up where you left off kind of situation. But I'll just leave it running in there. I've watched it twice now. Like I watched it last night after we were done, and I'm telling you guys, the more I read about it, the more like maybe I do now want to go to Japan. I didn't think I wanted to before, but maybe I do. My grandpa was stationed in Japan during when he was in Korea, and he loved it. Even had a girlfriend over there. So you know what? I could even have family over there somewhere. No, my grandpa was a good guy. He wouldn't have. I hope he didn't leave any babies behind. All right, enough. I've gone too long. I hopefully I entertained you guys. Um, I have to remember my first 30 seconds. I have to be engaging and I have to let you guys know what I'm going to do And I might not even have to actually do any of the things that I said. It just says tell people what I want to do. So I'm trying to take this advice and I'm trying to do it. I'm going to do this. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to hear or talk about, I'm open. Obviously, I will talk about anything you want to talk about, even if I don't know about it. I'll go find it. One thing I will not let you do is look at my Google search history. So that one I will not put up here and share because, like I said, oh, I'm going to leave you guys with this. This is on Twitter. I'll put this up in the Discord too. So we did this on X. One of the ghost hunter guys posted this on his Twitter feed, and then I reposted it. It's pretty funny. I'm turquoise alchemist. Oh shoot, of the sun. I think that's what I got. So I'm gonna put this up in the. You can see it on X under Tombstones on my X account on Twitter. I'll put it up in the community too. It's just funny because we've been talking about crystals, right? Because you guys got me putting this stuff in my bra now. So, like I say it like you guys actually shoved it down there, but no, I did it willingly. Um, and it is working. So, who asked? I think it was Girl Ryan. I think you asked because you were interested too. I think this is working. I mean, I do feel better. Uh, Maybe I got a soul again. I mean, I don't think so. I think when you're born a ginger, that's just it. You're never gonna get one. But um, I don't know. Maybe I got a little spark or something now, like a little life force that I didn't have before thanks to this crystal, but I think the full moon is coming up and I got to know how to charge this. So, whoever knows, get me. Um but yep, I will let you guys go. I will see you later. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me tonight. Um you're all awesome. Tannis root? Is that that's not a what's that? Is that for like is that how I clean this thing? It's under my Oh, actually it smells really good. Wait, I can smell. Holy crap. Yeah, it um smells like my perfume. I think that's what it is. Or maybe not. No, it's my microphone. It's not that. Oh, Rosemary Babies. I'm going to watch when I leave here, I'm going to watch Rose Red. I think that's I think that was a Stephen King, Tish. So if you haven't watched it, watch Rose Red. It is, I think it's from like the 90s, early 90s. It was a mini series, but it's so good. I don't know why Rosemary's Baby, but that I can't watch that one because that scares it still scares the shit out of me. And I only ever watched part of it when I was a kid, but that was enough. We'll see. Maybe one night you guys will get me to watch it, like in Discord or something, if it's on Netflix. But all right, I say this. It takes me. I don't have enough Irish in me. I can't do an Irish. I have some Polish in me. It must be Scottish people. We don't like to say like it takes us an hour to say goodbye because that's pretty much what I am. But yeah, bye guys. I love you. Let's watch that documentary. Let's watch Unsolved Mysteries tomorrow, and then we'll do some tsunami ghost talk, and then some Am I the Assholes, and just see where we go. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Figure out your crystal spirit name, and somebody tell me how to clean my stones. All right. Night, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.